Birch is here as a guest of Lazaro. We have Sandra Davis. We always love having her. And then we have Lori Grider, the assistant governor. And Paula Martin, guest of Irving, a guest, but she's also with the speaker for Irving Cares. And of course, Lazarus just introduced the governor and his wife, Janie.
Yes, so thank you, Donna, for that. And we want to welcome all the guests that are here. Thank you for taking the time to join us today. Last Tuesday, we had a meeting with our board of directors at the Cielito restaurant, and we talked about the different items we covered at the previous meeting where we talked about the strategic plan. So it was a great meeting that we had the opportunity to discuss some of the topics and some of the projects that the club already has in place and some of the new initiatives that we have. So that one, we can figure out how to make the current programs that we have better and how to, again, implement new things that are going to help with the club's longevity and achieving our goals of being more engaged in the community, as well as being able to bring in new members so that we can keep growing and do it more as a community. As well, one of the things, I don't know if you guys have had a chance this week to pick up the Bird newspaper. They did a big article about the Irving Las Colinas Rotary Club's visit that we did at the Constellation Club, or make sure that we had a couple of weeks back. So if you haven't, we're actually our feature on the front page, and also in the middle of the newspaper, there's a lot of different information about the club as well. So hopefully that's going to help us get a little bit more visibility into the community. And we'll also start sending some of those photos or projects that we do like today to some of those publications to, again, help us achieve that goal to be more visible in the community. So today we do have two different things going on. We do have our visit from our district, Governor Curtis and his wife, Jamie Curtis. And we're also going to be working on a service project with the Irving Cares that Terry and her team have put together for us to do. And Donna's singing with me in the back. It looks like we have another guest today.
Visitor.
Or a visitor. Good. Go ahead.
Yes, a visitor from another Rotary Club that snuck in. This is Irving Jess, and he's from Bel Air Southwest Rotary Club in Houston, and he brought us a flag.
We have a break or you got it?
Greg Seaton.
Just wanted to greet a very good afternoon to you. Actually, in Dallas area, some training this week, but I thought I'd take some time out to visit another club, get to know the people who I have the opportunity to serve alongside one of these days and one of our projects. Otherwise, I'll come at invitation and serve. I was advised that the rent I pay for occupying this little space on this earth is my service, and so I'm kind of dedicated to that. I'm with Bel Air Southwest, and interestingly, we also meet at a clubhouse, one of the older clubhouses, golf houses out there. So I just wanted to come in and see the people who I've worked alongside sometime. Yeah. Continued success to you, and do look forward to fellowship with you in a few minutes. Thank you much.
Welcome, and if you're ever in town again, feel free to stop by and visit us again. Now you know where to find us. Thank you again. And so we're going to get our program started because we do have a pretty packed day. Again, we're going to have, I think, just a few minutes our district governor join us. We're going to also be opening 4 Paul Harris Awards this afternoon. So we'll be completing that, and then we'll be started as well on our service project as we're working on some of this stuff. So at this time, I would like to ask our district governor, John Curtis, to join us here at the front. So go ahead. And we'll definitely have some slides for Gina, so I think in a minute, right? But I had the opportunity to meet him at the PETS this past April at the airport, and I mean, if you guys have not been to a district type meeting with the Rotary, it's a big endeavor, and John here has to be over about 62 different clubs, I believe, and so it's a big task, and part of that is for him to come and meet with us so that he can tell us a little bit about Rotary, but I mean, it's a big task that you're starting from this year, so thank you for all that work, and thank you for being here.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And welcome. I'm very happy to be here. It's an honor to come and join your club. But I wanted to bring my wife up, my wife Janie up, and give her a chance to talk about the charity that she is supporting this year. And I think that
okay. I'm supporting something you all know about, Polio Plus. And I'm supporting it because we are close to ending it, but we're not there yet. And so we still need your help. There's been 1 case in Pakistan and 5 in Afghanistan. That's 6 too many. We really need to end this terrible disease. And the other problem with polio is that as people who've had polio age, they can get something called post-polio syndrome, which can take away even more of their mobility. So that's just a terrible thing to have to go through. So please, everybody support Polio Plus. Thank you.
thank you. I wanted to, this is a little bit different as far as visiting by district governors go. I wanted to not only share in our Create Hope in the World theme for this year, but also our theme that is always there, service above self. And I thought one way to do that would be to when we come together like this, to do a service project, to actually use our hands instead of our ears to enjoy the rest of the day. And I think I think we have one more thing that we do want to do, but then I want to leave time so that we can enjoy the fellowship of the service project as well. So I'm going to give the mic back to your president, and Pizarro can begin the process that comes next with the Paul Harris.
Perfect. Yes, and before you have a seat, I do want to bring both of you guys up, Jamie and Rick Lindsay, with a pretty big presentation that hopefully is going to help with the cost that you mentioned.
Oh my goodness.
So if maybe Jamie, maybe you can tell us what happens.
Oh my goodness.
There you go. You can tell us a little bit what happens whenever we donate to polio, to those dollars. How are those dollars multiplied? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Those good facts there.
We're supported by the Paul and Melinda Gates Foundation. And so when Rotary gives $1 to Polio Plus, the foundation gives $2. When we give 50 million, which is our goal, they give 100 million, and that's enough money to be able to inoculate, to vaccinate the people in this world, the young ones in this world who don't have that normal ability. I'm talking about Asia and Africa and places where you just don't find the kind of wherewithal to do polio vaccinations. And this is what helps that to happen. And you need that in order to beat this problem of polio, because if you don't inoculate, if you don't vaccinate the kids when they're they're young, it can come back. So, thank you very much, that's wonderful.
Yes. We already got one. And so, I don't know if I'm not good at math here, but if we do the math, 4 times 2, this check technically is $12,000 towards polio.
That's just amazing. You guys are absolutely awesome.
So,
Thank you.
let's keep up the good work. And so next, we are going to move forward to the next, topic on the agenda, which is our Paul Harris recipients, and here that we have our district governor, and we also have our past district governor, Max Plant, with their help and expertise. We're gonna ask Max to come to the front and help us with the Paul Harris presentation for 4 Rotarians that are here. If you guys can also join me in the front, Richard Raymond. Yeah. Richard Raymond is receiving his Paul Harris 2. Bobby Haas, if you can join us at the front as well. Bobby is receiving his Paul Harris 7. So that means that he's received 6 before that, if he's in 7. And then we have Terry Oliver. Terry's receiving her first Paul Harris. And then you all know him. Some of you guys like him, some things. Hey, Rick Lindsay. Rick Lindsay. Yes, and before we have the pins put on them, I know we have somebody here that knows very much about the program, so I'll have her kind of explain a little bit about what the Paul Harris is for those that don't know what it is, and also gonna inform you how you can too get a Paul Harris pin in the future. So Max, if I can have you.
Thank you. So, Paul Harris, contributing to Rotary Foundation is how you earn your Paul Harris. And it's so very important because this really is the backbone as to how we do all these great service projects around the world. Not only ending polio, like we talked about earlier with the special polio fund through Foundation, but also through the general fund, we help eradicate other diseases, make sure that countries that don't otherwise have the means have clean water, clean sanitation projects, and tons of projects. Some of those projects even happen here in the US. There's actually an area of an Indian reservation in the Four Corners area that doesn't have clean water that our own district has helped before with Rotary grants to support and make sure everyone has clean water. So this is how Rotary makes its impact on the world. I encourage everybody, give and give regularly. No gift is too small. If you can do $10 a month, we would love it. If you can do more, that would be even better. So please contribute to Rotary.
All right, thank you. And at this time, if I could have you guys help me put the pin on each of the recipients. You grab the Terry over. Sorry, Terry. If I could have a photographer here to catch. Description. Richard worked on the railroad, he doesn't bleed, so just in case you missed the pin there.
All right, and once that's on, can we get all of you to please face this way so we can get a nice picture together?
All right. There you go.
Get him good,
And
man.
if we could get a picture.
I know,
we can-
it's tempting.
Please,
Oh, stick him? I would.
drop blood.
All right, if we could get a quick picture for everybody.
They're cooperating now.
Okay.
I know, it's the first, but we do appreciate
Ooh, that was nice. We got to sign and everything.
Congratulations, everyone, for receiving the Paul Harris Award, and we hope to see more of this happening throughout the year. As you guys saw, there's a lot of need out there from the district coordinator's words, so keep up the good work. That's 6 Paul Harris in the last 6 months, so at this rate, last month, okay, so at this point, we might get to the 100% participation before the end of the year here, so. Next, we're going to move on to our service projects, which we have Terry Oliver here is going to introduce our speaker here, which happens to be our councilman Cal Davis here, and we'll have you go for it.
Thank you so much. Good to see all of you today, and I'm so excited about this honor. It's really special. Thank you. Today, Kyle Taylor, our very favorite CEO of Irving Cares, along with councilman for the city of Irving, is going to come talk to us about Irving Cares and what we do. But before he gets here, I want to prep our service project. So the way we did this last time was, while he's talking, if you want to get up and come help build a bag, we'll direct you in how to build that bag. And then, of course, after the meeting, we'd appreciate any help you could offer and helping us load those bags back up. But at this time, Kyle, if you would come up and talk about Irving Cares and what we do. And as you get ready, you want to come back and find us at the table, we'll build bags. Thank you.
Thanks, Sarah. I'm glad you called me the best CEO Irving's ever had. You can record tomorrow. So real quick, most of y'all, all of y'all in the room are real familiar with what Irving Cares and what we do, but in spirit of the Paul Harris and Rotary's purpose, I kind of want to go through the 6 different things that Rotary has as their purpose and how our partnership that we've had for a long time. I'm going to tell you something else, Mr. Governor. You're not going to find another Rotary club that does more in this community on the local level versus every kind of aid you're going to find anywhere. Because this group gives more time, talent, treasures to this community than any other group I know. And I can say that because I run one of the Orton agencies, but a lot of us are very proud of the work this Rotary Club does. So how do we align with Rotary Cares? Rotary Cares. How do we align with Rotary causes? One is we promote peace. It's one of the first things we do. So at the local level, to promote peace, you have to have a thriving community. And Rotary and Irving Cares working together and through their partnerships gives every individual in the community who partners with us a chance to improve their standing, which improves our community, which promotes peace and thriving communities. Second is clean water. At Irving Cares, as you know, with your support to the food pantry, we've been able to provide nourishing and healthy food for 7 days for folks in our community. Last year, we gave out over 25,000 days of food. Almost 77,000 meals were given to the community with our partnership between Rotary and Irving Cares. Sanitation and hygiene is third. As you know, that when Irving Cares, and y'all have done this before, we've built hygiene bags in here before for the folks that we see in Irving Cares, and I think we've done it before with Jared's group to promote clean, because if a student is going to school and they don't have clean hygiene or dignity to that, they can get bullied. So the work that we do, providing toilet paper, cleaning supplies, laundry detergent, hygiene kits for the folks we see, fills that purpose on number 3. Fourth is save mothers and children. Since January of this year, 81% of the people who have come to Irving Cares has been single female head of household with kids. 81%. So we also do a lot of work with through the community here at the Rotary Club within the Advocacy Center, the police department, domestic violence, working on those things. So that's another area in which we fulfill that purpose. 5 is On the education front, we partner with education centers, workforce training centers, provide GED classes, workforce certificates, ESL classes to work to make sure that we can get those folks that come to us for our living wage. And through our partnership with Rotary and Irving Cares, we've been able to do that. Grow your local community. Grow your local economics, number 6, I can't remember right. Grow your local economies. Last year, 218 families came to us for education training and workforce training. And something that I'm really proud of, the city just let us know that as of last week, we have referred over 300 applicants to the city of Irving for job interviews. So we're looking to fill those spaces. So, process of Rotary, in line with what we do at Irving Cares, so it's a great partnership, and I just have always been, I really appreciate this club and the work they do, not just with Irving Cares, but all the agencies in the community to really make a difference in our community and make it a thriving community. So thank you for all you do for the community.
Well, Kyle, stay there.
Kyle, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you named a lot of supplies that you furnished.
Yes.
Are all those supplies donated, or do you get grants for them, or how does that happen?
So that's a really good question. And thank you for asking. We have what's called a retail program where we work with North Texas Food Bank. So in a lot of cases, we're able to go and pick up from different retail spots, Target, Sprouts, Whole Foods, Tom Thumb, Kroger, that provides some of that stuff for us at no cost. Also, what people don't realize is a lot of that stuff that we get from there that we can give to families doesn't go into the landfill, and it extends the life of the landfill. So that's something that a lot of people don't realize. We do, through our relationship with North Texas Food Bank, we're able to get product at a really reduced rate through our partnership and their partnership with Feeding America. And then we do, the community donates a good amount of stuff to us through in-kind donations. So some of it we have to buy retail to fill holes to make sure citrus can balance, like macaroni and cheese sometimes, or milk that we can't get from North Texas Food Bank. So we use everything that we can, any kind of relation we can, to make sure we have the food that we need to be able to run a food pantry. Second thing is a lot of the corporate groups donate office supplies to us, which we're able to use and make allow folks who are going to school that may need a notebook or pens or something like that to be able, when they're going to school, to have those supplies they need to go to school. Great answer your question.
I was impressed with the water drive that the firefighters were having, because I just happened to mention it to people in Van, they take me money to go buy water. So it's just being aware, and if you have some kind of a drive, like I've heard ramen noodles. I don't know anything about ramen noodles, but I know you can do it.
Yeah, we're trying to use as much of that on the non-perishables, like the bags back there, to shift some of that funding back over to fresh meat, fresh eggs, fresh milk, produce, because those are expensive. It's also one of the most requested items when we do our surveys each month for folks coming through our food pantries, one of their biggest needed items. Toilet paper is always a big one too. People are always asking about toilet paper because you can't buy milk or eggs, you can't buy toilet paper to fit the hygiene price. So those are things that we always need for the food pantry. But we got some really good partnerships with our corporate. A lot of people say, what do the corporations give back? And I think a number of folks would be really surprised if they saw the amount of money and stuff that comes back to the community based upon the corporation involved in this. They want to be really good stewards and good neighbors. So they're always looking for opportunities to give back. Does that answer your question? Thank you. Any other questions? John, you got a question for me? John, you got a question for me? Okay.
All right, well, we talked about giving earlier, and we do have a check here for our Irving Cares, so that I can help you guys out with some of the needs there. So if we can have our camera girl kind of join us against the front, we can get a big picture here. Yes, sir. And then we'll be up there at the Irving game basketball in a couple weeks.
Thank you.
And so, you know, this kind of, we're doing this, if you guys can kind of see, right, a lot of the times, a lot of the speakers that we have here at the Rotary Club are local speakers that are part of the different, that are serving the different needs in our community, so that we can learn about what the needs are and then turn around and help build what those needs are by what we're doing today, like putting out the bags. And also providing funds for those needs like we're doing today with the check. So this project and this meeting today kind of helps us paint a picture of what Rotary is, which we are learning from the community. We are having those community people come and tell us what the needs are and tell us how they're operating and making those funds available. And then we are, as a club, turn around and putting the work in to deliver not only the funds, but also help out with our time to put things together. So thank you guys for being here and all the things that you do with the Irving Cares. We are going to be at the gate as well, so those people that want to go, please let me know so that we can get that going as well. I do know that we have a couple announcements here today. So if you guys have an announcement, I think Max, you had an announcement. So if you want to join us here. And also I think Kathy Howard has an announcement as well after.
Thank you. I just want to let everybody know that Lori Kreiger, who has served as our assistant governor for at least 6 years, longer than most of us can remember, so we're going to go with 6 years from now, is going to be moving out of the area. I believe you're going to be helping with some family needs, as I understand it. So Lori has been such a great assistant governor for us. She's always here to help us. She's been here with our projects. She's attended our meetings regularly. And I will tell you, Lori, there's few other people who really go beyond like you have as our assistant governor. So you're going to be so missed. Your shoes are going to be very hard to fill. And just want everybody to give her a round of applause for all she's done.
Thank you, Lori. Lori, do you have any words or anything to the club?
Yay.
Thank you. It has been such an
Hey, Les.
honor and privilege to work with y'all over these last 6 years or so. Y'all have been wonderful. It's a fantastic club. I live here in Irving, so it's a piece of my heart from that standpoint too. But y'all have blessed me in so many ways. It's been such a joy, and I will miss y'all. And when I travel back on vacation, I hope to be able to make a club visit at some point. So thank you.
Thank you. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Lori, I don't know how many days has the streak been of days consecutive running or walking?
913.
Woo!
913 days. So I remember seeing Lori's name whenever we do the Irving Marathon, because she would sign up for the virtual event during COVID. And so that's how I learned about Lori. And then I would see her at this different Rotary things in small world. So thank you for being here. Talking about other organizations and people, I did have a talk with the Irving High School JROTC Master Sergeant. They are going to be joining us next Thursday here at the club. So Jim Klein is leading that for us. So they've been able to communicate and have some progress going. So hopefully there'll be regulars here, and there'll be another organization that we help support and be a good steward, in my opinion. A lot of these cadets or students, they need good inspiration and leaders in their lives. So by getting to mingle with you guys, make sure you guys go and talk to them whenever they're here for their club business in the future. We also are going to have the Las Colinas Association team be here next week. Some of you guys might know Candace Everson, Julia, Jessica, and Tim. They're going to be here talking about their plans and programs they're going to be having in the Las Colinas area leading up to the 50th anniversary, which happens to be yesterday, I believe. officially, but they're doing the celebrations, in October. And so things they're doing, they're like putting sound all over the canals, they're putting lights that they're gonna be able to leave there, so there might be some night runs coming from the Irving Marathon running series here in the future too. Because they're gonna be doing a lot of cool stuff in that area there. With that said, do we have any other announcers? I know Heather has one, but before we'll have Heather last. But Rick, do you have an announcement?
May I?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. Well, last month, Cocktails for a Cause was for who? Us, that's right. We had a great turnout. You spread the word, created a lot of excitement. Constellation Club is nice enough this month, tonight at 5:30 to host your Irving Symphony Orchestra. And so I would invite all of you, and Patty, being on that board, can officially invite, but no, if you'd like to come join us and meet Maestro Hector Guzman, he's going to talk about what a great 6-concert series we're going to have. First one is going to kick off on Halloween. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of good music that you're going to recognize from Star Wars, Harry Potter, and whatever. The last concert is going to be a finalist in the Van Cliburn piano competition. It's going to be a great, great season for the arts in Irving. Tonight, 5:30 to 7:30. Help me out, Patty. Constellation picks up your valet and your parking expense. Bring your ticket to the front desk and they will validate it. We'll give you, yes, that's true. Well, that's what I was told. Okay, well, you ought to know. No valet. But anyway, your parking in the garage, they will validate. 2 drink tickets for anybody that wants to consume alcoholic beverage. You can have mine too. I'm in training for Saturday morning. Anyway, y'all come out tonight, have some fun, meet everybody, and get excited about the upcoming symphony orchestra.
Rick, what are you doing this week?
Yeah, I was gonna say, just in case you want to wish your goodbyes to Rick, he's completing Hotter Than Hell this week, which is a 100-mile bike ride in Wichita Falls, I believe. So it's gonna be, yeah.
I like to take the Harley on this.
Okay, yeah, it's pedaling on this, by the way, not like, go ahead, Terry, you have one?
If you don't mind.
Yes, ma'am.
I really think you guys did great today. Thank you so much for all your hard work and doing those bags. Thank you. Irving Cares is also getting ready for our largest fundraiser of the year here on September 15th. We'll be at the Irving Convention Center. It's Mahalo from Irving Cares. It's a Hawaiian luau themed event. And I'm just asking for help from the community in collecting $25 gift cards. So as you're out and eating and doing these things, if you don't mind asking your favorite restaurant if they will donate them, or if you don't mind buying one, it will be part of our auction and help us raise money to help our families in need. So thank you.
So it's a Friday?
It's Friday, September 15th. Tickets are still available, so we'd love to have. Registration starts at 6.
Oh, dinner.
And the actual program will start at 7:30. We're gonna have a band, we'll have a live auction, silent auction games. It's gonna be a fun night. So come join us and you can wear your favorite beach attire. Within reason.
Within reason.
All right.
Okay.
Very much be there.
Well, and as a reminder, next week is gonna be, the last Colinas, we'll be there, we'll, yeah. I guess for Rotary, we'll have a dress code at our table, make sure that we'll show up presentable. But as we've been talking about, guys, in order for us to have more people here, we need to invite people to come and join us. So next week, the Las Colinas Association is gonna have a great program, we're gonna have great speakers. So there's an opportunity to invite maybe some of you guys live in Las Colinas, so maybe invite one of your neighbors and you need to bring here. Now you have an excuse to invite them because they're gonna learn about some of the things that LCA is planning, so, keep inviting, people to come, and I know we have one last announcement, and it's gonna be Heather, who is also going to join us. Oh, you have an announcement too, sorry, here we go.
A lot of them. Yes.
Okay, on Monday, no, Tuesday, August 29th.
Stand up and say something.
There you go.
On Tuesday, August 29th, there will be a rib eating contest between police and fire
Oh.
at Texas Roadhouse. So I need to get my cheerleaders ready, so
What
come on.
time?
4:30 to 5:30.
Okay,
And have you ever been to one of these?
no.
It goes quick. And those guys can clean those bones. I mean, I'm there in case I need to do CPR and piece of chunk. You know, but it is so much fun. Texas Roadhouse, come join me.
Okay.
Either wear red or blue for your team.
Oh, I just want to remind everybody that this weekend, they're gonna start delivering flags. We've given them a whole week to deliver the flags because it's so hot outside. So I know we don't like leaving them out that long, but I mean, if you can do it in one day, that's great. But we've got these, 200 and 300 flags that some of them have, and they need to space their time. I'm real worried about them. And then they will also pick up the same way. Our goal is to start this Saturday and end the next Saturday, have everything in to the barn by next Saturday. I mean, the Saturday after Labor Day.
Awesome. Heather?
Hey, Heather.
Hey, guys. I'm just coming up here because I'm also doing the photo.
I found another mic.
Oh, good. Two announcements. I am with Baylor Spotlight Irving, the foundation, and I've officially been here a year, July 5th. So thank you guys for having me. Two things I wanted to announce. We just were honored as the hospital was just honored as one of the top 10 hospitals in DFW, top 25 hospitals in Texas, and the best regional medical center. So, and then we're honored in 8 areas by U.S. News and World Report for the amazing care that we provide. So I have some postpartum information about that if you're interested. And then wanted to introduce or start talking about our fundraiser. I know many of you have been familiar with Texas Fest, but we have retired that event and are moving to a new luncheon called Texas Icons. So we're gonna be honoring iconic Texans or people associated with Texas, individuals and companies. And so excited to have Nakoma Wolf and Skip Wilson chair this year. And then our honorary chairs are our very own Kathy Howard and Dawn Arnwine. So we're excited to have them help us get this inaugural event off the ground. And speakers for the event will be David Murphy, former Texas Ranger, and then the voice of the Rangers, Dave Raymond. So hoping that the Rangers continue to do well and we can ride that wave. So it will be November 10th at the Omni Las Colinas over lunch. And I have information about that if anyone would like some. So thank you so much. And then before we test, are we good? Can you join me in the four-way
If
test?
you guys can stand up and join us.
The four-way test of things we say or do. First.
This is true.
Second.
This is fair to all concerned.
Third.
Will build goodwill and better friendships.
Fourth.
Will be beneficial to all concerned.
All right, students adjourned.